Dice Tower Tonight, episode 24.
Yes, we're back from Gen Con and Star Trek Con, or whatever it's called.
Yay!
Welcome to Dice Tower Tonight, a video cast about board games and card games, and especially the people who play them. On tonight's show, we're all recovering from recent convention experiences, so we'll have interesting answers to the question, so what did you do last week? Also, we'll play one of Tom's devious games in order to whittle down the choices for Tom's next review, and then we'll take your questions live. I'm Eric Summerer, and joining me now, the Cisco and Kira to my Odo, Tom and Crystal.
Hooray! Tom doesn't get the reference probably, but I love it.
I know what the reference is. Even if I didn't know what the reference is, I would get it by process of elimination.
You'd make a good Odo, Eric. I could totally see that.
I think so. That would work.
Well, folks, we're glad you're here today. Hey, I am not exhausted.
That's good to hear.
I don't know what it is. I got back from Gen Con and I felt okay. I was a little tired, but I'm ready to go. I got so much stuff done in the last 2 days. I'm very excited.
Wow. I'm tired, but I'm getting better.
You know what it is I sleep at conventions and you don't.
I do too. I go to bed at a reasonable hour. What's
a reasonable hour?
Like somewhere between 11 and midnight, I am in my room. That's not bad.
Then why would you be tired?
Because my flight didn't get me home until 2 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was yesterday?
That was the Sunday into Monday morning.
You've had 24 hours of working off. Come on.
I said I'm getting better. I just said I was tired.
Alrighty, folks. Well, here we are to talk about games and apparently, what did you call them? Devious, dastardly games or something along that line?
Oh, one of your devious games that you have Crystal and I play? Yes.
Yeah, I put work into this game today.
It can still be devious, and you can put work into it.
Yeah, devious doesn't mean ill-prepared.
Give me devious when it's been used as a positive thing.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Boy, that guy's a champ. He's devious when it comes to getting something he wants.
No, that still sounds bad. No way. Oh, whew. I had 3 tablets. I finally found the one with the game show on it.
Oh,
all right,
good.
Here we go. Okay, so let's talk about some games. Eric says he's all ready to talk about games. Let's do it.
I'd love to. So I did get to play the one we talked about 2 weeks ago, but I need to play a little bit more. So I'm not going to talk about that one yet. I want to talk about Palm Island. This is a either a 2-player or solo game from John Meatling. It also comes in a little wallet that you can.
It's a super gimmick.
It is. It is a 17-card deck, and each card has a little symbol in the corner, and you have to make sure sorry, I'm fanning the wrong way. All of that symbol are facing in that corner to start the game. You shuffle them up, and they're in a random order. And so each card has symbols that say what you can do with that card. This one says you can tilt it for free, and now you'll have a fish. So I can take that and put it like that in my hand, because this whole game is played with you holding the deck. And the next one has a bunch of resources that I would need in order to flip the card. So in this case, I could upgrade the temple if I spent those resources and flip it so it's now a cooler temple that's worth points. I continue my way through this deck. I can, if I decide I don't want to interact with this card, I can move one card and hold it in my other hand, maybe interact with this card. But if I can't do anything with this card either, I have to move this to the back of my deck without doing anything with it. And I work my way through the deck until I get to the little "you've gone once through the deck" card. I then flip that over, so that goes on the back of the deck, and I start over with some upgraded cards. I've got some resources that are still stored. Whenever I use a resource, I just tilt it back into the deck. I've used that. All the cards stay generally in order, and once I've gone through the deck 8 times, I count up the number of little stars, and that's my score. Now, that's the basic game. You know, if you get more than 30 points, you've done really well. It's one of these from 12 to 15 points, you're terrible at this game. From 20 to 25 points, you're getting better, that sort of thing. Then there are feats. If you do certain things in the game, they're sort of like achievements. If you get 30 points without upgrading certain cards, that gets you upgrades that you can then use in subsequent games. There's also a cooperative mode where 2 players get each their own deck and work their way through stuff. I haven't played that yet, but it sounds interesting. And there's also a competitive mode that I don't know if I want to play because I like the solo and the possible co-op mode. I'm enjoying it. I so far have only scored like 20, 22 points. So I'm not very good at it yet, but I could see knocking this thing out. It only takes about 15, 20 minutes to play through a round. And there's ways to save your game halfway through. There's all sorts of extra modes and stuff in the box. I can see fiddling with this one for a while. Palm Island. Yes, Tom.
I have some questions, teacher.
Yes. Yes, sir.
You said it takes 15 to 20 minutes, but you can save your game?
You can. So like if you got called away after 10 minutes, you're 6 runs through your deck and you still have 2 runs left, but you have to go do something. There are little marker cards that you can stick in your deck to say which ones are resources.
I mean, that seems helpful if, like, let's say you're literally standing in line at the DMV and you pull out this game that you can play in your hand, and then they call your number, and so you have to go up. That makes sense to me.
Well, actually, what you just said is ludicrous because you're acting like you're going to only be in line for 10 minutes at the DMV.
Well, here in Nevada, they actually have like a reservation system where you give them your phone number, and once you get there, it can be quite quick sometimes.
That was a lot of qualifiers.
I know. Trust me, I still hate the DMV, but it's not as bad as it used to be. So,
all right, I'm trying to attack this game here because I'm not sold on it, and I want you to defend it so I can explain. So this, I get the basic concept. You're doing stuff with the cards and trying to upgrade so that you can make the cards better as you go through.
Yeah,
it fits in your hand, great. So does this, and this has like really amazing games on it.
But these are like cool plastic cards that you can hold in your hand, and what if your battery's dead? Huh? There's no battery here.
My battery doesn't die. External battery. No, I get that. I'm not actually intrigued by this because this whole try to get the best score means that it's essentially a puzzle like a Rubik's Cube that happens to be scrambled in a different order each time.
Sure,
some people like completing puzzles.
Yes. Based on the order, if you get a bunch of resources late in the deck, that might really affect your game. And I kind of like cards. That. What was that about the plastic card?
You said they're plastic cards?
This was an upgraded edition that has plastic cards as opposed to standard card stock.
Oh, Brant Sanderson says you can then play it in the shower, so I will grant him that one.
You could. They actually have a waterproof edition that comes in a container that's waterproof. They had it in a fishbowl at Gen Con.
Fantastic. All right. Crystal, do you have any games to talk about?
So I unfortunately have not gotten to play a lot of games recently, but in my board game brunch Q&A, which took place right at the end of July, I was talking a little bit about the Star Trek VCR, interactive VCR game Klingon Challenge. And I got to take that with me to the Star Trek convention this weekend. I'm not going to talk a ton about the Star Trek convention. I know not everybody's into Star Trek, but it was really cool that I got to meet Robert O'Reilly. He is known in Star Trek for playing a Klingon named Gowron, and he did the VHS tape for this board game as a different Klingon called Kavik. And I got him to sign my box. He signed it as himself, as Gowron, and as Kavik, and I thought that was pretty cool. I got a picture of him and me with the game as well. He was very kind. It was funny because the first time I approached his table, he was just getting ready to leave to go to a panel. And he was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Can you bring it back later? He's like, I love signing that game. So he was very excited that I had a copy of it. It's an older game, obviously, but it was neat. So I now have a signed copy of the Star Trek Next Generation interactive VCR board game, A Klingon Challenge. What a name.
Did you get an impression of how often he gets to sign that game? Like, is it rare that he gets to see it?
It feels like probably pretty rare because he was very excited to see it. It's obviously not the first time someone has asked him to do this. He said he loves doing it, but I didn't see any other copies at the convention. I know of at least one other person that had one because of some posts on Facebook, but I don't think it's super common because most of the people who are asking for autographs are having, photographs and things like that, or, memorabilia type stuff. I imagine board games aren't super common. And it was a little bit of a pain to haul around, but I think it was worth it.
All right. Far be it for me to mock that. I want to.
I know you do.
All right. Well, I don't have a game to show off particularly right now, but I earlier today went through Target because I heard that Target had like 90 exclusive games.
I want to go to Target and get all of them.
Well, first of all, no, you don't, because I've been there. There's some really bad ones. There's, I think, one of them is, but I forget the name of it. I think it's Potato Poop or whatever.
I don't want that one.
It's a game where you stick a potato basically between your legs, and then you got to run around like a party game and drop it into a bucket.
Okay.
Okay.
I've definitely seen this game before as a youth group game.
With an actual potato.
Yes. Anyway, I didn't buy that one.
Good.
There's a game of Bad Smells. There was a lot of bad ones, but there were some good ones. I saw the new Ryan Lockett game.
Megaland.
Megaland, which you reviewed earlier, so that's pretty cool. A lot of like abstract strategy style games. The new Oregon Trail game was there from Daryl Andrews.
That one's fun.
The one game that I had seen some posts on Facebook, I think Eric may have been involved, I'm not sure, was MacGyver game.
Yes, I want that. I want those things.
Which, well, I didn't bring that tonight for our game thing, but I got one. That's basically an escape room game.
Yes, that's why I want those things.
Oh, I thought you liked MacGyver.
Yes.
All of the above, Tom.
You got to get out of the past. But I'll tell you this, Eric, I would never have bought that game based on the cover. A picture of MacGyver in a box is just like, whatever, who cares?
I do.
Why?
Because it's MacGyver.
No, it doesn't show
it makes sense.
No, a picture of a guy in a box is not a good box cover.
No. It's MacGyver and then escape game below it.
Fine. Anyhow, I got one.
Are you telling me, Tom, that so you're just saying if you knew nothing about the game, you don't buy it based on the box cover? But if a game is amazing and has the worst box cover in the world, that's not going to stop you from getting it, right?
Sure, but I hate bad box covers. Have you guys not? I mean, I've been talking about this for 15 years now.
Yes, you've also been complimenting good box covers and lamenting when there are multiple versions of a box cover for no apparent reason.
We're going to be talking about bad box covers shortly.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I don't know. That one looks good. I'm actually excited about that. I'm excited about Oregon Trail. I'm excited about Ryan Lockett's game. I picked up a few weird abstract strategy games. I picked up a few kid-style games that look like you do weird things in them. They're starting to do that mouth guard game, like too many variations of that. There's too many variations of the pie game at this point. They're starting to run that stuff into the ground.
Yeah. Did you get Villainous?
Well, I did not get Villainous there. My review of Villainous goes up tomorrow.
Okay.
So, yes, but not there. But I saw it there. I really think Target has a pretty good selection. Yes, there's a lot of garbage games there, but they are killing everybody else with maybe Barnes & Nobles is better. But if you go to Target compared to Walmart and Kmart, not even close.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kmart doesn't exist anymore, do they?
I honestly don't know.
Well, not in my area. They all shut down. But I've been to Walmart and it's trash. And Toys R Us is no longer existing.
Right.
So Target's the last great hope, right?
And they're doing really well with all those exclusives, and there's things that you can only get at Target, at least for now.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they mean by this exclusive, because some of those things you definitely can get online. Like for example, the Choose Your Own Adventure is touted as one of their exclusives. I know you can get that at other places.
Yes.
So maybe it was exclusive with them for like a week. No, I'm serious. Maybe that's what it was. And then I saw a lot of their games from last year were on the shelf for like a bunch of them piled up that were like really cheap prices, but I already had all of them. But that was kind of interesting. They come in, they go out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, is it time for the game show? Well, today's a pretty simple one. All right. Okay. So today we're going to do just top 10 lists. So you will get points equal to the position on the top 10 list. Reverse, so if you pick the number 1 spot, you'll get 10 points, etc.
So we're not doing the penalty for picking the number 1?
No, because these are hard.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
These are really hard.
Hard.
Before we get into these, we're going to re-announce again Dice Tower West, and we specifically are talking about it on this show because Crystal's involved.
Yes. So Dice Tower West is happening. I hope everyone's really excited about it. Keeping the secret for so long has been driving me bonkers, but I have been one of the organizers of MeepleCon in Las Vegas for the past few years. I was not a part of the team for the very first year that the event happened. Tim and Dave ran the single day event back in 2015, but then I joined the team after that point, and I've handled some of our volunteer scheduling and most of our social media. And I am so excited that my two worlds are fully colliding now, and MeepleCon does not exist anymore. It is Dice Tower West going forward. We are really excited to have a whole bunch of you come to this event. I know Tom, Sam, and Z have all talked endlessly on a bunch of different videos about enjoying their time at MeepleCon. And so I'm really, really excited for all of you to get to see the gaming community here in Las Vegas. The Dice Tower is family friendly. So is this convention. And for those of you who think, oh, Las Vegas, that's not for me. I don't drink, I don't gamble. Vegas is a very, very diverse place, and there are lots of things to do. And it is family friendly if you want it to be. Obviously, if you're walking down the strip on the street at 2:00 in the morning, less so. But that's not what you'd be doing for a game convention. So if you think you know Vegas, I would challenge you to reevaluate your opinion and consider coming and playing with us in March. It will be March 6th through the 10th, 2019. Tickets go on sale September 4th at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and we do expect to sell out. So put that date and time in your calendars now, because all the gamers here in Vegas are going to try and snatch up those tickets quick. So if you don't live here, you gotta be on the ball.
Yeah, someone said they hope that it won't be easy for locals. It's just as easy for locals to get tickets as anyone else.
Yeah.
With the exception of you can't buy them there. You can't wait till the last second. The really cool thing is the location is really great.
Yeah, the Westgate is lovely. It's been remodeled a couple times throughout the years. It used to be the Hilton, then it was the LVH. Now it is the Westgate, and it is a lovely venue. It used to, back when it was the Hilton, it used to hold the Star Trek experience.
I was just about to ask that. I've been to this hotel.
Yeah.
I'm not a Star Trek fan, but I would have gone to see that.
Yeah. Honestly, it was fun.
Why did they get rid of it?
Just at the time, so it closed 10 years ago this summer, and before the new movies came out, J.J. Abrams's take on the Star Trek universe, Trek had kind of hit a lull after Enterprise finished airing. It had been a long time since the big popular shows were on, and there was just less interest all around. Of course, now Trek is much bigger, and it's getting even bigger with the new Picard series that they just announced this weekend. Seeing Patrick Stewart. Oh my gosh. Patrick Stewart was not scheduled to appear at all. And the moment he walked out on the stage, the room just erupted. It was so much fun to be there for that.
So anyway, back to the hotel. So
sorry.
You guys are turning everything into Star Trek. Yeah. Okay, so the cool thing about the Westgate is that you're close to a train station, so you can get to the strip really easily if you want. But at the same time, it's not quite on the strip. So the crowds and stuff won't be as bad. Secondly, if you stay at the hotel, you get 2 free breakfast buffets with each room. That's a pretty good deal.
2 free every day, not just like 2 free buffets to use when you want, but 2 every single day.
Which means if you're smart, you could only eat once a day. Actually, that's pretty bad for you. Don't do that. But
also maybe eat another time just in case.
All right. So that's coming up. The reason I mention that is that's related to our first top 10 list, which I'm not sure you will get any of these correct.
Oh, great.
That sounds like a really fun viewing experience for everyone in the chat. Watch Crystal and Eric struggle.
No, I've had people say they like that. So let's not pretend that that's not enjoyable.
Besides, how's that different from any other episode of this show?
Correct, right.
Yee, that is
Okay,
true.
so Eric likes to do slot machines.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know why, but whatever. So I want to know the top 10 most exciting games at a casino rated by popularity.
Rated by popularity.
We're going to go back and forth. We're going to start with Eric because Eric knows some of the names of these games, I would hope. Maybe
All
you see
right.
these games more often than not. I recognized a couple of them, like 2. Eric, you're first.
Video poker.
No. I think these are mostly slot machines, but that's okay. All right, Crystal.
Wait, so these are the names of specific slot machines.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, never mind then.
Wheel of Fortune.
No, back to you, Eric.
Deal or No Deal.
No.
Blazing Sevens.
Oh, I know. I've seen that one, but no.
Crystal Goddess.
Ooh, good choice, but no.
Sun and Moon.
Are you just naming simples now? No.
No, I'm named. Okay, fun fact, which you didn't know apparently. I used to work in a casino, Tom. Like I know a lot of.
In here. Nothing you've shown me. It makes me believe you.
Well, I was a blackjack dealer, but whatever.
Most popular. Diamond Sevens.
No.
Oh my goodness. So it's like it's the old school 3-reel ones, or it's these new video ones that are really, really popular. The Walking Dead is in a lot of the casinos here now.
That would be a good choice, but no.
I don't know.
All right, fine. We'll skip this one. But I'll tell you the answers. Number 10,
yes.
Gonzo's Quest. Number 9, Thunderstruck. Number 8, Starburst. Number 7, Big Bad Wolf. Number 6, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Number 5, The Book of Ra. Number 4, Great Blue. Number 3, Zeus, which I know is popular because I've seen like 80 of them. Mm-hmm. Number 2, Cleopatra. And number 1, Dead or Alive.
I was really hoping that Invaders from the planet Moolah was going to be on there. It's a cow one, and it's really funny, but nope, apparently not.
All right, let's now go to, and these are late 2017 stats, so they're pretty close. What are the top 10 most expensive colleges in America?
Who gets to go first?
You do, because you lose a lot.
Syracuse.
That is not on here, sorry.
Huh.
Harvard.
No, I thought Harvard would be on the list also, and it is not.
Okay.
Yale.
No.
Berkeley.
Nope.
Northwestern.
No, sir.
MIT.
No. Again, that was one I also thought would be in the top 10.
I can't think of any other private universities. Duke.
Duke is on the list at number 6, which gives Eric 4 points.
I almost
I'm on
went
board.
there. I almost went to Duke.
And you'd still be poor because it was like 50-some thousand a year.
It was very, very expensive. I had the grades and the ACT scores to get in, but it was Juilliard?
Nope, not on here.
Okay.
Ithaca College.
Never heard of it, but no.
NYU.
You know, I made some lists of this. I went back and found a 2012 one, and NYU was number 2 on that list. But then I did 2017, and it was no longer on the list.
Huh, it's a bargain now. They have coupons.
Okay.
Texas Tech.
No.
Uh,
I'm really proud of my questions today.
yeah, it's really, really exciting.
Yep.
How about USC?
That is what?
University of Southern California.
That's number 10. 1 point for Crystal.
Oh.
Hooray, a point.
Well, then let's go with UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles.
That is not on there.
What?
What about let's stick to California.
You each get 2 more guesses.
Okay.
Good.
How about Chapman University?
No?
Are there like big obvious ones that like we're not thinking of?
I never considered any of these because I was poor.
Did we say Stanford?
I said Harvard. I don't think anybody said Stanford.
You're
Stanford.
saying Stanford. No.
I'm saying Stanford. Oh, great.
Well, let's stick with the big ones because can't think of anything else. So Yale.
I said Yale.
No.
Oh, you said Yale? Oh, well
Yeah.
then no, whatever.
Here we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
What? Number 10, University of Southern California. Number 9, Amherst. Number 8, Colgate University. Number 7, Bucknell University. Number 6, Duke. Number 5, Reed. Number 4, Franklin Marshall. Number 3, Harvey Mudd. Number 2, Vassar. And number 1, Columbia University. All right. So I figured when you went to university, you get a job. And sometimes when you have a job, you die. So
Wait, what? You're connecting some very loosely connected dots there, Tom.
Is this
I
like
think
top
everything I
10
said
most
there
deadly?
was quite true. Yes, I want to know the deadliest professions. Now, this is as of, I think it was a couple years ago that I found this list. Now, this is percentage-wise, okay? So each one I have a number per 100,000 people. Let's say that the top one here, 135.9 out of 100,000 people died. That's the number 1. And then the number 10 is 14.6 out of 100,000 people died. So some of them, the numbers are actually quite large, but that's because there's more people in that industry.
Okay.
Someone said YouTube reviewer.
Only with Gamer Over.
All right.
Well, Crystal
So,
gets to go first here, right?
Crystal goes first because she's losing.
All right. Well, we're going to say police officer.
Once again, you got number 10. That's another point.
Okay.
Because it just doesn't happen as often, I guess, compared to the number, although that's still pretty high that it's on the list.
Right.
Oil rig operator.
Nope.
Firefighter.
You know, I thought so.
You went a little robot there, so I'm not 100% sure if I got any points.
No.
Ice trucker.
Very, very specific. And you don't have to be very specific in these as much. But anyway, no.
That implies that I should possibly guess truck driver.
Yes, good job. That's number 7. So 3 points for Crystal.
That takes the lead.
Oh, wait. That's 4 points. Sorry.
Fisherman.
Ooh, Eric, that's the number 2 answer.
What?
9 points. There's 86 out of 100,000 fishermen die.
Wow. What about construction worker?
That's very good. That's the number 9 answer. So 2 more points for you. Interestingly enough,
Manufacturing.
not all these people necessarily die on the job per se, but they could die because of the job. And you said what?
I said manufacturing, like assembly line worker.
Yeah, it's a little too broad.
How about doctors?
Ooh, no.
Miner. Like a coal miner.
You know, I thought that would be on here, but it is not. And I just think that's because we don't have that many minors, I guess, these days.
You said ooh, so I'm gonna go with nurses.
Oh, no, that was just a joke. So no, back to Eric.
Well, you said people that don't die because of their job, but like I'm thinking stress. So
auto worker.
Ooh, good, but no.
lawyer.
No, but I
I'm
enjoyed
going
that
down
one.
the stress track, Tom. I'm trying to figure out what you meant by not killed on the job, and I'm trying to get there.
Sherpa.
Okay, no. Last one for each of you.
Oh man. How about a logger?
Crystal just got the number one answer. 10 points.
Logger.
I'm gonna do a little shit me over here. Ooh, the chat has some good ones, Eric, if you want to look at that.
Oh, I don't want to look at the chat. I got to go on my own.
Okay. Now I'm looking because I'm done. So
Yeah, I know. All I can think of is pilot.
That's the number 3 answer, Eric.
Ooh, I think that actually puts you back. I don't know.
I think it
All right,
does.
so number 10 was police. Number 9, construction. Number 8, farmers.
Ooh,
Number
the chat
7,
said that.
drivers. Number 6, iron and steel workers. Number 5, refuse and recyclable collectors, so garbage
Trash.
truck drivers.
Yeah.
Number 4, roofers.
Yes.
Which makes sense, right? I was interested in the pilots. I was like, what? But that's the one I was talking about exhaustion. A lot of pilots kill themselves because they don't give themselves time to rest, not necessarily that they're crashing planes everywhere.
Interesting.
All right, let's see what the score is. 6, 8, 18 for Crystal.
Not enough.
And 21 for Eric. We have one more top 10 list.
Oh, boy.
So this topic that we just did was not funny at all. So let's talk about comedians who make the most money.
Oh.
The top 10 comedians, their net value, and this is as of last year. Never mind, I won't say that sentence. I'll say that sentence when I need to say it. Okay.
Last year.
Crystal, or it's be close to the beginning of this year. I mean, it's very recent. But I'm not saying that comedians are recent, and I'm not saying that these people are comedians now or even best known for being a comedian.
Okay, so who's going first?
You are, because you're losing.
Okay. Jerry Seinfeld.
That is the number 2 answer. $850 million is his net worth. 9 points.
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey is not on the list. Sorry.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Ellen DeGeneres is number 5 on the list with $400 million, which gives you 6 points. Things are looking grim, Eric.
Eddie Murphy.
Ooh, that is good, but he is not on the list.
How about The Rock?
No, I don't think The Rock is considered a comedian.
I don't think he is either, but you said some of these people might not even be considered comedians. So,
well, for example, Ellen DeGeneres, which you said nowadays people would probably look at her as a talk show host.
Right. She used to do stand-up.
Right. I'm not saying. Okay. I'm just saying that she might not have come to mind right away.
Yep.
David Letterman.
That's the number 3 answer, Eric. You got 8 points there.
Jimmy Fallon.
I don't think he's up there yet. He's probably still making his millions.
All right.
I'm going to go with the fact that this is from last year and say Louis C.K.
No, but I don't know that he ever got to that upper echelon.
Kevin Hart?
No, although I won't be surprised if he's there in a few years.
Yeah, he's getting up there for sure.
Jeff Foxworthy.
No. Although you think his merchandising is probably up there.
Tina Fey.
No.
Steve Carell.
No. You each have 2 more answers.
Okay. I'm gonna say this very delicately because I hope it's whatever. Bill Cosby.
That's the number 4 answer. Well, I'm not. I know. I'm saying nothing about these people other than they're in the top 10 worth. And they said when they were write this, they said that they expected that to drop very quickly. But that still is 7 points. Eric, you need to get the number.
Are these all living comedians?
That seems like I'm giving away information, but I will say yes.
Okay. Then Steve Martin.
No, he's actually one of my favorite comedians. One each for both of you. Last chance, Crystal.
All right. How about Will Ferrell?
No. Last one, Eric. Here's your chance. Get the number 1.
We already said Seinfeld. I'm totally blanking on any other comedians in the entire world. Let's say no, I did Letterman. I did
Hot Pockets.
Yes. Yes. Jim Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan's my favorite comedian, but no, he's not on the list.
I figured he wasn't number 1, so I didn't think I was giving the game away for the record.
Number 10 and number 9 are actually tied at 155 million each, and that's good because they've appeared in a lot of movies together. Bill Murray at number 10 and Dan Aykroyd at number 9.
Wow, Dan Aykroyd's still up there. That's cool.
Well, a lot of these guys just leveraged their fortune, right? Doesn't mean that they're the most popular person. They leveraged their fortune. They did other things. Most of these guys have had some sort of deals or, maybe sponsorships. Number 8, now more known for being a game show host, and that is Drew Carey. Number 7 has a deal signed with Netflix, and he really needs to stop making movies because they're not funny on Netflix anyway. And that's Adam Sandler. Number 6 owns more cars than I have children, and actually times 100 probably. Jay Leno. Then we said Ellen DeGeneres, Bill Cosby, David Letterman, Seinfeld, and you kept saying Seinfeld. Who made Seinfeld?
Larry David. I almost said him too.
30 million.
Wow, I almost said Larry David.
All right. Let me add the scores here. Eric, you have 29 points. And Crystal has 40.
I am the queen of something.
All right, I got great news and less exciting news. So we're about to do our game of games. The great news is we just came back from Gen Con and I have so many awesomely cool games.
Yes.
These games are not from that pile.
We're so shocked.
I needed to make room for that pile.
The good stuff.
There's no, these are, well, I'm just going to jump into it. Here we go. First one. Cubist. Now, this is a nice looking box cover, I think.
Q-Birds.
Q-Birds. Did I say Cubist?
Yeah, you did.
Q-Birds. All right, so if we look at this game, you can see the bird there, and you can see in the back of the box that all the birds are kind of like that. You can also see a reflection of my screen in there.
Your webcam.
So let's get that plastic off so we can see that a little bit better. There we go. So looks like you're moving cards around. I actually like the art of this one a lot. Q-Birds.
It's like pixel art, but better.
Well,
3D.
No, it's not a retro thing. It's just kind of it's something different, I think. All right, next one. Okay, I showed you the good cover. Here we go. Burning Rome. It's a quick tactical card game about ancient warfare. In case you didn't get that. Put yourself in the shoes of. Okay, it's a 20-minute game for 2 players. With putting. I don't know. Look at this. You get to put cards in numerical order.
Ooh.
Wait, can you back up the box a little bit so we can see? Like, there's like they fake holes in the box.
Okay, yeah.
That's silly.
That's actually not awful, right? Except I still think you should show a clear picture of what the game looks like. That's close. Oh, wait. Oh, my finger went inside. Okay, never mind.
Oh, no.
Next one. Human Punishment.
That's the type of game everybody wants to play.
Human Punishment with a shiny cover here. This is
Black Box Edition.
Social Deduction 2.0.
Oh,
you guys have been playing garbage Social Deduction. This is the better version. Find your team, trust no one. Hidden roles, hidden abilities, hidden teams, and betrayal. 4 to 6 players, 15 to 90 minutes.
Wait, hidden roles and hidden teams?
Whoa. 15 to 90 minutes?
Well, they want to keep the range.
Well,
that's a pretty wide range.
If you suck at this game, it'll take you 15 minutes. If you're really good at it, it will go on forever.
All right, let's go back to nice covers. This is Stellar Leap.
Ooh.
Explore the Galaxy from Carla Kopp. This is Discover New Planets. This is from Weird Giraffe Games. Now, interestingly, for this one here, Eric asked for a space game last time. How'd that game go, Eric?
It's the jury's still out. I didn't really like the multiplayer. I want to play co-op and see if it's better.
All right. Yeah. I think you chose the right game in that situation, Crystal.
Did that get sent to me? Because I don't have it.
What was the game that you picked again? I don't remember.
The one with the peacock feathers, the trick-taking game.
I'm reviewing it tomorrow. So when it's done, it comes to you.
I keep getting paranoid because I don't know when or if things are coming to me. So
it's a magical delivery. You never know when it arrives.
Yeah.
Eric, did you keep the game that you took?
Who, me?
What?
Who are you talking to?
Oh, so yeah, Eric's breaking the game here, actually, Crystal. I never even played the game that Eric says, so I won't be able to judge if he's correct or not.
You asked me how was it when I played it, and then you said, yeah, you can review it. I don't need to play that.
That's because everyone at the table was like saying horrific things. All right, next one here. This is No Honor Among the Thieves. This is a heavy box here. In a city of rogues, assemble a crew of thieves, plan elaborate heists, blah, blah, blah. 3 to 6 players. And there's a lot of cards in this box, as it shows. Well, it says you on the back. It doesn't bother showing you the game at all. So you can put it this way, or this way, or this way. Or
no matter which way you look at it, trust is a fragile thing.
All right. Now, I am not opposed to this next company and their games, but this is a bad cover in my opinion. And that is Shutterbug here from Mike Elliott. This is ugly. It feels like this should have been on the plastic and then it should have been taken off when I took off the plastic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is, you're trying to find the jackalope and different, weird animals like the Yetis and things like that.
Fast as fast can be, you'll never catch me.
That's amazing. That's so good.
So let's take a look at the back of the box there. All right.
Shout out to AFV during the Bob Saget days.
Yes, indeed.
All right. And then finally,
I like that Tom just ignores our items and moves on.
Christmas Eve, the race to help Santa. Okay. This one shows some elves playing the game. Except this girl's okay, so he's pretending to be there. He's just there because he wants a date. This guy's the only one who cares about the game. And she has some cards here, but that's actually there's an iPhone hidden behind him.
All right, I'm going to ask the chat. How many of you wear a T-shirt that has your boss's face on it on a daily basis?
Well,
I don't think that's pretty. I guess for the Dice Tower crew, I guess
Wait.
if they wear a shirt with the
Yeah, I
Dice
do it.
Buddy.
I do it all the time. I don't.
All right, never mind. Where's Santa's face, you little elf?
all right. So the chat is going to first pick one of these to get rid of. And then, hang on, I always forget who goes first. Crystal.
Yeah, chat first, then Crystal, because she won.
That's correct. So then you'll pick one to eliminate. So you can eliminate Christmas Eve. You can eliminate Shutterbug. Remember, we have to review the one that you keep, so you might want to keep a bad one. We have to review.
Don't tell
No
them
honor
that.
among
What is
thieves.
wrong with you?
Stellar Leap. Human Punishment.
What did you play last night? Human Punishment.
Turning Rome. And Q-Birds. All right. One person said eliminate Christmas. What? Now you're taking this too far. All right, so pick the one that you want gone. Oh, interesting. This is a kind of a mix of things that people want out. Huh. I don't even know, actually.
One of these days, we need to actually make a poll for this game.
You know what? Fine. All right, looks like the birds are gone.
What?
I know. I wanted to review. I'm gonna review it anyway. So
You
it doesn't
still
matter.
can. You held the power here.
What is wrong with you?
All right, Crystal, what do you want gone?
Let's get rid of Christmas.
Listen to yourself. There's kids crying everywhere. All right.
You
so
just
now we're
threw
done.
Christmas on the floor.
That
That's
sounds like
true.
the evil organization, the Council of Grinches. Let's
Let's
get
see
rid
what's
of
in
Christmas.
Burning Rome now. How to play in quick battles. Oh, this is actually okay. That's actually a nice looking rule book. I was not expecting that.
Okay.
Oh, here's book 2. This is Ancient Battles. We got some tracks. Had a bunch of tracks for the game. A bunch of red dudes. Some red meeple kind of guys. They look like they come from that game that you liked, Eric.
That could be any game. Antica?
Yeah, Antica. All right, then there's 4 decks of cards in here. And you know, I have to say, I didn't like the box cover of this, but these cards are not actually, they're clear. They look good.
Is that Bruce Willis?
Yeah, it's Bruce Willis. Sorry, hang on. Fine. Let's stop looking at Bruce Willis. Let's find someone else who does not look like a modern person.
You can't find one, can you?
Offensive tactics. That's what you're using. All right. Oh, wow. There's a lot of Bruce Willis's in here. Okay. So that's the Romans. So that's one of the factions. But it looks like there's all sorts of things in here. Like I said, there's 4 decks. I'm going to open another deck of cards here. All right. Who's this then?
Jack Black?
What the hell? Wow. Such a weirdo. Oh, shut up. All right. So that's what's in the Burning Rome game, which looks better than I had anticipated. All right. I know we've all been waiting for this one. What's inside this box? If it's a whip, we're putting it away, and I'm vetoing it on the spot. All right. So there's 2 decks of cards. We'll look at those in a second. Here's the rules. Kind of boring. And then a bunch of boards. A companion. A pistol. What's happening to this guy's arm?
He's getting de-rezzed.
Got it.
That's
Oh,
the human
wow.
punishment.
Rifle. Rocket launcher. Another pistol. Here's what the active player can do. Laser. There's a lot of guns in this game. And something that tells you to eliminate people. I'm not hearing like excitement from you guys. This could be amazing.
We're fascinated.
Yeah, we're enthralled.
Okay, you could tone down the sarcasm there, children. All right.
Coming from you, that's rich.
All right. So anyway, we got some cards to come with this game. Here's Grunwald. We all know Grunwald. Great guy. Lightbringer, who apparently cuts people's eyes out. I'm not sure. Now, this guy is Deathbringer. So we have Lightbringer and Deathbringer. And
Are
Nemesis.
these the roles you play?
I don't know. There's a mercenary. Long shot. These are not super quality cards. Here's Eric.
Joke. Thanks.
No problem. I'll let Crystal be the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is me, the mindless bot. If these are roles, there's certainly a lot of them. I do like how there's like Virus and Seeker, and then there's Hal Watson. Feels like he was a Kickstarter backer. That's my guess there. Oh, good news. This makes you a human if you have a lot of light bulbs. Or you can be an outlaw if you have a light bulb with someone hanging from the middle of it. Or you could be a machine. So I bet in this game they're kind of telling you, in this game there's 3 factions. Mind-blowing. And then a bunch of other cards that look like they're just action cards you can play on other people. So that's what this whole other deck is. All right. Well, that game looks phenomenal. Human Punishment. A game you're going to have a little bit of a hard time getting to the table unless you get explained quickly. Stellar Leap. Now, this one you expect to look good, right? Let's find out. A rule book. Okay, whatever. A sheet of colorful counters.
Ooh.
Ooh, I like these. Boards with recessed spots to keep track of your stuff. That always makes me happy. With various factions. Here's a robot faction. Here's a bird faction. And here is a what appears to be a woolly mammoth alien faction. I think that's a first for me. I've not seen that before. A bunch of cubes and several decks of cards, which in the interest of time, I will not be opening. Also a score sheet and dice and more dice. All right, cool. That's Stellar Leap. Next one, No Honor Amongst Thieves. Is it going to be beautiful or ugly?
I vote ugly.
All right. All right. Rule book. Here's some counters. I think they stole some of this from Resistance.
Huh.
Here's the Necromancer's Crypt. The King's Palace. The Royal Mint. If you suck on it, though, you get good breath.
Mm.
The Queen's Castle.
And he makes fun of our jokes, Eric.
The Ancient Temple. Yeah, but this is what I do. I tell the joke and I move on. I don't linger and wait for the laughter. Country Estate. And I don't get upset when you don't laugh. Counting House.
I see that little smirk on your face.
That was pretty funny, actually. All right, there's a ton of things in here. Lord's Manor. What is wrong with all these people's faces? Look at this. Look at that.
No,
card.
that's terrifying.
Okay, I don't know what he's doing, but the kids.
Oh, no.
I think the Joker has got to all 3 of these.
Yeesh.
Oh, nice. Metal coins.
Okay. At least you can use those in a different game.
A bag. Wow. So far, you've seen nothing to make you think this game is bad other than the cover.
Those
And
kids'
the
faces.
creepy children.
True.
Coming to the royal house.
Maybe they're supposed to be creepy. Then there's a bunch of cards. Advocate, a crooked warden. I'm not opening any of these. Betrayal. Alert guards. That guy doesn't look that alert. And hooded figures. Also some dice that have only like something on one or two sides of them. All right. That's
You know what everybody loves to do is roll dice and get nothing.
And finally, Shutterbug. So this game has a photographic journal, which is the rules. A board that says secret on the side of it shows a map of America.
Oh, good gracious.
Oh, I actually like the back of this board a lot. The front of it is kind of bleh, right? There's a bunch of grid. But that's like, I would actually like hang this on my wall. I think that looks pretty good. All right. Hey, the counters in this game already come punched out. How nice is that? And there's a bunch of counters in here that show mythical beings. And it looks like you're getting some blurry pictures of these things. That's what it looks like. Some more wooden dudes. A bag to come with them. A camera token. A deck of tips cards, which has apparently pictures of the mythical beings. And then a big giant deck of cards that shows some stuff on the other side, but makes them look like envelopes on the other side. And it says secret.
Fancy.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen who are watching, it's time for you to eliminate one. You can eliminate.
I have a poll if you want to put it in the chat, Tom. I put it in our Hangouts thing. If you just copy and paste the link into the chat, everybody can vote. I already made it.
Where is this?
In the Google Hangouts.
I don't see chat there. Oh, I see it.
Group chat. Just copy and paste that link into the YouTube chat and people can click and vote.
That's some proactive stuff right there.
Yeah, I feel like I'm losing control of the game. All right. Go vote now. I just checked and no one's voted yet. Oh, you can watch it live?
Yeah, you can watch the results happen in real time.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, I know. I'm awesome, for the record.
Eric, she's more proactive than you.
Yeah, I don't even know how you do this.
Well, this is very exciting. I need to figure out how to do this. Strawpoll.me.
Yeah, literally just strawpoll.me. It's like it took me all of 60 seconds to create it, like right when we started this round.
All right, you're the best. Also, I can see Catherine McPhee in Waitress on Broadway. Okay. Well,
My wife actually did that. It was quite good.
This isn't close. Human punishment is out.
Oh, good.
Were you going to eliminate that if it hadn't been Eric?
Very likely.
Eric, what are you going to get rid of? Burning Rome, Stellar Leap, No Honor Among Thieves, or Shutterbug?
I think I got to go with No Honor Among Thieves going away.
I'm actually disappointed in you about that.
I didn't like the graphic design on that one.
All right, so that leaves us with Stellar Leap, Burning Rome, and Shutterbug. All right. Well, start making your next poll, Crystal.
Yep,
all right,
I'm doing it right now.
We're going to talk about these. Then everyone's going to eliminate one, and then Eric and Crystal will go over the last one. So let's take a look here at what this game is. It comes with the Photographer's Journal. So I will look at this. All right. So in this game, you're going to be having 8 rounds, and you're going to be putting these pictures on the board with a silhouette side up. You're going to move your character around and trade tips from your hand, and you're going to be trying to take photographs of these different creatures. Once you get enough photographs in tips, you'll be able to turn those in to get the full picture of the card. And you also have a secret assignment that you're looking for very specific stuff. You can also do side jobs and get other pictures of things if you want. It is not really good with 2 players, apparently, because it says you need to control 2 characters. You're playing with 2 players and so on. It's 2 to 6. The gameplay is 20 to 50 minutes, so I would imagine that it is the number of players affects that greatly. So I'm going to show here a little bit of some of the rules. You can see kind of how this plays, and we don't got a lot of time, so there's that. All right, that's Shutterbug. Next one, Stellar Leap. Stellar Leap, which had all these cool alien things. So in Stellar Leap here, you will be going on a bunch of missions, putting some missions on the board, and there's Safe and Dangerous deck. There's a bunch of icons that are included with the game. And on your turn, you're going to recover exhausted population, roll 2 dice, apply a power. Your planets will then generate resources, and then you will do things with those planets and activate actions. So it looks like you're going to have different planets and different population columns, and they'll be producing resources for you. And then you have different events. What are you trying to do in this game? A certain number of events. You will tally your victory points from completed missions and your trait. Apparently, each person has their own trait that they're trying to get. You can see that on this board here. At the top, it shows that this guy gets points for discoveries and bonuses for attacks, and he gets 1 point for every population that he created. Okay.
Those are nice looking boards.
So this guy, the bird, gets different. No, the points are actually the exact same, so never mind on that. But maybe there's other differences between them. Anyway, that's Stellar Leap. And finally, Bruce Willis in Burning Rome. So this is a 15 to 20 minute game, and this is a 15 to 30 minute game. And so in this game, you are going to build an army with 50 points. And it has to have at least 12 cards in it, and you have to have a general. There's different factions, 54 cards each. This shows a little bit of that. And you are going to put a battlefield in the middle of the table. You're going to pick who's the attacker. You'll shuffle your decks. You'll draw cards. And then you're going to basically play cards at different battlefields and then fight each other. You'll resolve attacks. You will take your attack value, their defense value, and do damage to them. All right, there's no dice involved. It just looks like you attack them and use special abilities. So you're going to be putting cards facing each other and fighting with them. All right, those are the 3 games. The people are going to eliminate Burning Rome, Stellar Leap, or Shutterbug.
And there is a link in the Google Hangout chat for you to put into YouTube.
Now, are they voting for the one? They're voting for the one to eliminate. Yes.
Yes, they are voting for the one
to eliminate.
And the straw poll is coming.
Here it is. Boom. This is so exciting. I love watching this straw poll.
Well, it's funny because there's a delay on YouTube, so we post it, but then we don't see the results right away. Oh.
This is super cool. Are you watching this, Eric?
I'm watching the results. Yes.
Also, I'm going to get dinner from Buffalo Wild Wings. These advertisements are working. Well, this doesn't look too good. I don't think this one's going to change much here. 52% said Shutterbug is out, which leaves us with Burning Rome and Stellar Leap. I honestly didn't think. Well, I thought Stellar Leap might make it to the final ones. I did not think the Burning Rome one would. But Crystal, you get to decide which one you get and which one Eric gets.
So what's funny about this is Eric is thinking, oh, man, but Carla Kopp, who is the designer of Stellar Leap, sought me out at Dice Tower Con and gave me a copy of Stellar Leap. So if I were to choose that, it would be really silly because I already have a copy. I have not played it yet, but the benefit is if I give that to Eric, all 3 of us could review it, which would be pretty cool. So I will happily take Burning Rome as my choice.
That also means Tom needs to review Burning Rome first.
But Stellar Leap is a 4X style game, and from what I know,
I was going to say is I was going to no longer review these games and just send them to you guys. But now, Crystal's backed me into a corner. So yeah, okay, fine. I don't want to play Burning Rome because I got like 50 Gen Con releases sitting on my desk.
If you don't want to play it, just send it to me. I will tell the people. I'll tell the people
I played it? Thank you.
No, I'll tell people about Burning Rome, and then I'll burn it if it's bad.
And that's a promise.
That actually makes me super happy because that's the sort of thing I love.
Okay, I will see if the game is awful.
No, we're not going to burn a game, please. No, we'll get no.
You can throw
Alrighty.
things off roofs, but I can't set them on fire. Okay, fine, whatever.
Then it would be burning Rome.
Burning Man.
Burning
Alrighty.
squared.
Folks, thanks so much for watching. That was an interesting episode. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Will we be back in 2 weeks?
That's the plan.
I think so.
Episode 25 will be in 2 weeks.
We may be back in 2 weeks. Well, they may be back in 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Yeah, another nerd episode.
In 2 weeks, I'm driving Melody to college.
Oh. Whoa! It's the picture.
It's the picture. I'm just holding it up. I'm not saying anything.
What?
That's pretty awesome.
Say the names. Say something so we can see it. Oh.
Okay, it's right there. It's Mary Wiseman and me. And Mary Wiseman is Tilly on Star Trek. As I've talked about in the past, she's my favorite character on the show, and she is a lovely human being. And it was awesome to see her. So
I like that picture, actually. It's better than...
I have some of the like boring ones, but when I met her, I was like, I want to see if she'll do something fun with me, and she did. So.
Alrighty, folks. Well, thanks for watching that and looking at Star Trek pictures. We hope you come back. Not all our shows will be like that. So anyway, until next time, I'm Tom Bassel.
I'm Crystal Pisano.
And I'm Eric Summerer.
You've been watching Dice Tower tonight.
Thanks for watching. Promotional consideration has been provided by game publishers in the form of review copies of games. Tom, Crystal, and I should see you in 2 weeks, maybe just Crystal and I for another installment. Our show is supported by viewers like you. Thanks. Dice Tower Tonight is produced by Tom, Crystal, and me, with assistance from Derek Porter and Rob Searing. Your female siblings' x-rays provided by Photos in the Sis. Timothy Pinkham composed our theme, and hosting is provided by Cool Stuff Inc., where you can find great games at great prices at coolstuffinc.com. Give us your feedback on the Dice Tower Guild at Board Game Geek on Facebook or Twitter, or by emailing us at dicetower@gmail.com. And don't forget to visit the other shows in the Dice Tower Network. Find something new at dicetowernetwork.com. Until next time, from all of us at the Dice Tower, have
fun gaming.
So, Eric, if the MacGyver game is a escape room game, does that mean I can use anything in my pockets to finish it?
I think so. As long as it's gum, a paperclip, or maybe a bottle of whiteout.
I don't get why people like that show. All right.